And here's one of the stars, Stephen Pierce. Hi, Stephen.
How's it going, Caitlin?
Good, thanks. Okay, so what was it like to be your character?
It was definitely the most challenging role I think I've ever tried to tackle, in a sense that the character is so his craziness is bottled up and inside, and he's got to control that chaos from the time that he's on the stage, and eventually it kind of just envelops. It just takes him over, and to kind of transform that character during the show was probably the biggest challenge, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I could tell it's very intense. So, like you said, it's a very interesting character. What did you do to prepare?
I like to read lines hundreds and hundreds of times so that I have experienced every single way this character might say the particular line, with the motivation that they have behind that particular line. So when I prepare for a role like this, I like to say the line hundreds and hundreds of times, and eventually you find that one that just clicks and that you get the motive, and it just shows. Every single line is telling something about the character, or telling a motive, or expressing some emotion that you want to display.
And were you able to relate to this character at all? Like, have you ever gone off the deep end, anything like that?
I'm sure in my attempt to be artistic, I've gone off the deep end a few times, trying to write some songs on guitar, perhaps, or trying to write lyrics. I've had to put the guitar down, step back for a little while, or while working on the show, if I can't get something the way that I want, I just put it down for a little bit before I drive myself too crazy. I don't want to get too involved. I want to just relax a little bit, then come back to it later with a calm mind.
So were there any scenes that were difficult for you? Like, I know the fight scene, that must have been very hard. Was that, like, any other scenes rough for you to do?
The fight scene actually was not so much easy, but you get so in the moment. We do have a safe word, by the way, so just in case anyone was wondering, we're prepared. But that was actually easy for me to get in the zone and just kind of be, like, just doing it. The hardest thing for me was to play a controlled drunk on stage, and I'm there with all the bottles of whiskey and the champagne, and in order to really kind of, like the professor told me, you really got to focus on where your drunk is coming from. If it's in your head, if you're slurring your speech, if it's in your legs, and you got to really try and control that and show that, and also be in control of your drunk. You want to seem drunk, but you want to be able to control everything that you're doing.
And what was your chemistry with the other actors?
Oh, it's great. I've known these guys since I got here at school, and I've been in tons of plays with both of them. And we just immediately clicked immediately at auditions even. And the chemistry we have is great. We sat down at lunch. We talk about the show all the times. We'd run lines together. I live with Thomas, by the way, who is the other Austin. So it's very easy for us to. The chemistry was just right there from the get-go.
Okay, well, great. Thank you so much, Stephen. And again, fantastic job.
Thank you so much.
For ICTV, I'm Caitlin Hogan.